woman is to not have ego and arrogance, to be a great leader, to lead with love, to be deeply loyal and dedicated, knowing that your man is your law. The government is not your law. Your man is your law. And stick by him and even prioritize him over your children. Why? You chose him. You didn't even choose your children. They came out how they came out. Your man is number one. If you always take care of your man, your family will be provided for. If you were to lose your man versus say you got 5 kids, you lose one of your kids, you lose your man, the whole family might fall apart. Everyone's done for. You lose one kid, it is what it is. I'm not recommending anyone lose a kid, but that's the level of priority that you have to have towards your man, to be chaste. That's good not only for him, but that's also good for you. Females today, they go around, have intercourse with so many people, they're poking their penis into your heart. You finally find the guy you like and your heart has all these holes in it and it's so incomplete. You have nothing good to offer to him. And also be mentally well. So many women are mentally deranged is because they're existing in unnatural life ways.
All right, I'm here. I heard what he said, and I agree with him 100%. Let me tell you why. I grew up in a household like that, so my parent, one of the famous things, I miss my dad so very much. One of the famous things my dad would say is, "Y'all are a product of me and your mother's love. Period. I need y'all to understand that." So we argue a lot about y'all, not over y'all, but about y'all. But y'all, an argument about y'all will never break us up, right? So
Mm.
I feel like a lot of people, not just women, it's always targeted at women. I think men are just as big of sufferers of not hearing that enough as women are. But as far as women following, and there was a hierarchy in the house that I went through, even though some of y'all can't tell and swear up and down I came from the depths of hell. I didn't. It's just like I said, the militant father in me, and that respect is earned, not automatically given. That's literally a military um rule. You don't respect people that don't respect you back. You trust the wrong person, you can end up dead. So that's just how I was raised. And at any point, as far as the family part of it goes, I feel like if more women were willing to trust him until it's at a point where it's like, bro, you're driving our family into the ground. Will you listen to me or take suggestions? Because he may need help. He might not have the foundation that you do. And it has to be balanced, because there were certain things that my dad just did not do. But he was smart enough to appoint my mother to do them. Yes, men are the leaders, but men also have to understand, if you have a woman that submits, and more women need to do that, that you, when you don't know, don't act like you don't know for the sake of pride. Appoint different things around. A leader can distribute, like, it's like a head coach. He don't do all the work, but he hires people and specialists to come in and help him. So when you're hiring your wife, make sure she is specialist at something other
Facts.
than just looking pretty.
Got a question, Cookie.
Uh-huh.
How do cultural and historical influences shape Black men's and women's perspectives on leadership and governance in relationships?
Oh man, I think that I don't blame our culture. Our culture is rich with we have to be careful what we identify as culture and fads, first of all. But I think that our people are in our mindset is being influenced on purpose about what leadership should look like, what what the family should look like. Because if you look at our culture, it's rich and full of, if people would research, I'm so big on people just researching when you go back to the 50s and look at our grandparents, there were households. So somewhere in the midst of us being households, modestly dressed, men in their best suits, not too tight but not loose, nobody's drawers showing, people not twerking everywhere. Somebody somewhere between the last 75 years, there's been a disconnect in what leadership is. And I don't think we've had really any great leaders in the community to come out. There's always somebody leading other cultures. There's always somebody for them to look up to that's doing things right. I think the closest we have to that right now that doesn't speak out of anger, that's not a politician, would probably be somebody like maybe a David Banner. Or it's so hard right now. Like there's no male men out here just really showing people how to be leaders, like in the to the masses.
I
Did
think
that answer the question? Okay.
I think you are correct in regards to we can't call everything culture, and a lot of that stuff is manufactured this way. I was watching an interview. Wallow is, $1 million worth of game. Wallow is promoting a book. He was on the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about how when he spent 20 years in prison, and he was talking about how he got to prison. He wasn't blaming anybody, but he was just saying, looking at the drug dealer, growing up, wanting to be something, wanting a
Hold on,
purpose.
please, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Looking at the drug dealer, in the Benz, nice clothes on. That was the person that the woman would get. That was the person that was revered. That was the person that was respected. So he looked at that person and he was like, I want to model myself after that person. And I think that's one of the things that we have to stop doing. We have to make a conscious effort to start empowering and amplifying people that are doing things the right way. Like it was, a few weeks ago on the panel, I was saying how a person will graduate from college and there's no congratulations, no praise, no like money given, whereas you see people getting out of prison and you literally see a damn campfire at the gate when they get out of prison. Here's a watch, here's a chain, here's a stack of money, here's a party. Literally, Cass is having getting out of prison parties. You
Bruh.
see more of those than you see of a person graduating or getting their degree or getting their master's or their doctorate, whatever. All of that's amplified, so I think the culture in general needs to make a conscious effort to amplify that so that somebody younger can see that and say, I want to do that. They not only have the option to look and see the drug dealer with the fly car and the nice Sergio tech suits. And then one other thing he said, women dictate that as well. A lot of the women that he liked growing up, that's who they went for, and that made him want to be that person, of course, so he could get those women's attention as well. So